¿Qué pasa, everybody? We're finally taking a look at Great Ape Vegeta. We're gonna take a look at the Scouter 2.0 Vegeta. We're also gonna take a look at these Tonsen art primitive print head sculpts to go on the Scouter Vegeta. We're gonna see if this Tonsen art toys hand accessory set goes on the Scouter Vegeta. It's an action-packed episode, so stay tuned as we play this intro. First time we saw this Great Ape transformation was in Dragon Ball Episode 12, with Goku transforming inside of Pilaf's castle, helping his friends escape and also freaking them the heck out. This is also when we discovered that the only way to reverse this transformation is by cutting off the tails, and it's also when they discovered that Goku had no idea that he transformed, and he probably also killed his grandpa Gohan. R.I.P. Gohan. The next time we saw this transformation was during the World Tournament when Goku was facing Jackie Chun and Jackie Chun destroyed the moon. Then we saw it when Gohan transformed and Piccolo destroyed the moon. I don't know how the moon came back, but it did. And that brings us to the next transformation we saw, which was Vegeta transforming during his battle with Goku. And it also brings us to this version of Vegeta, which is the only Vegeta with his tail. We see that in the picture in the front of the box. Side of the box, you get a photo of his hand, you get a photo of his face, and you get a photo of that boy band pose that we like so much. Quit playing games with my... If you haven't seen my other Vegeta review, that's called a callback, so go watch that one after this one, but subscribe first. Back of the box, you get some images of the figure. You even got Nappa there standing next to him in the back. Then we also have the box of this Great Ape Vegeta. Front of the box, you get a large image of the Great Ape. Side of the box, you get an image of the ape roaring. You get an image of his face where Goku blasted him in the eye. You also get that iconic image of the Great Ape Vegeta squeezing the life out of Goku. Other side of the box, you get an image of the Great Ape screaming, and you get an image of the hero of the day, Yajirobe. Gotta love Yajirobe. On top of the box, you get some more images of the Great Ape. The packaging on that Great Ape is pretty epic. I'm hoping the figure is itself. We got a lot to cover, so let's not waste any time. And let me get you to say those two magic words.
Oh, baby.
There you go, Scouter Vegeta out of the packaging. Now we're gonna start by taking a look at the Scouter Vegeta, slowly upgrade and transform him into that Great Ape throughout this video, because honestly, it's 2024. It's been a while since this figure came out, and there's a lot of new people like myself who are new to collecting the SH FIGUARTS Dragon Ball series, and maybe you haven't seen this figure. So for those of you guys who are like, you could have made 2 videos out of this. Yeah, I could have, and you could have hit that subscribe button. We all got a lot of room for improvement, don't we? And if you are just used to these new releases of the SH FIGUARTS figures, you're not used to getting a lot of accessories, especially things like a stand. This thing came with the stand, these open palm hands that you can use for blasting. You get these slightly closed grip hands that you could also use for blasting. You get his arms that come with the fist attached to them. You get this hand where Vegeta gets pissed off and breaks his scouter. You also get not 1, but 2 heads. This one here where Vegeta's hair is swishing up. This one comes with a smirking face for Vegeta. You get this one where Vegeta's yelling. You get this one with that RBF face. You get this straight stern faceplate. And on the figure itself, you get this grinning face, along with the scouter, as well as this pair of crossed arm hands. And you also get an extra scouter, which look, already it's way more accessories than we get in any mono release. Even this stand is not something I'm used to getting in the packaging. It is a cool stand, but the arms are a little bit short. But here's what you could do. You can pinch it together and use it to hit that like button. The body itself has this tail that's wrapped around Vegeta here. And you also get a straight version of his tail right here. The shields on this Vegeta are on a nice little hinge. They go up and down, as well as these shields right here are on the hinge. They come out. So you can see if he does a split, put that down so it doesn't look as bad. He has those white boots, nice blue color on here. Articulation of the head, he looks up that much, he looks down that much. This version of the head has a gap right there for the scouter to fit in, where this extra one doesn't. So you have the options of having him with the scouter, without there being a gap. The 2 scouters are different. This one has an image of the scouter in use, checking out power levels, like when Vegeta got mad and crushed it because it was over 9,000. And hey, why don't you help the power level of this channel, help it get to over 9,000 subscribers? Hit that button. Scouter has this little indentation in the back of it. Slides right into that gap on the figure. Articulation of the arms comes up about that high. You got a little bit more than a 90-degree bend in the elbow. Since we are messing with the arms, we're going to see if this hand accessory set actually fits on the figure. All right, and there you go. The simple answer is yes, it does fit on the figure. The only issue that I have is that this hand accessory set, although the blue matches, these gloves are actually a little bit more gray because they're for the armored Vegeta from the Cell Saga. So you do have that slight discoloration. Tonsen Art Toys does make a white glove paired version, assuming for this exact figure, which I'll leave the link for down below in the description. So you can get these gloves on, use other hands with the blast, the chopping hand, and those accessories as well, which is pretty cool, and I'm excited about that. Next thing we're gonna take a look at is this primitive print headset, which is specifically made for this transformation. You get this stern faceplate, which I reviewed in my other Vegeta video, which I'll link at the end. You get this smirking face, this yelling face, grinning face. You get this faceplate, which is usually my favorite. It's him him getting punched in the face. The line work on all these faceplates is really awesome. The paint work on it, I love the eyes. But the faceplate we're all here for today is actually this faceplate, which is Vegeta's transformation into the Great Ape. Now, compared to the faceplates that come with the figure, the eyebrows are a little bit thicker. There's more paint work and detail in the actual faceplate on this upgrade right here, which even if we take a look at this grinning face for comparison, the line work on the actual mouth is a lot better. It's a lot more tune accurate. So getting these faceplates is an upgrade. Let's go ahead and get that Great Ape head on this figure. All right, and there you go. There's the Great Ape transformation face on the figure itself. This head accessory set does come with an extra peg because I think the peg on this 2.0 body looked a little bit bigger to me, but I was able to get it on. Get your hot cup of water, let it in there for like 10-15 seconds, and then you're able to pop this guy on. And once again, Great Ape Vegeta cup from Nostalgia Unbox. Link for this guy will be in the description. Really like the look of this transforming face. You got the fangs on there, you got the red eyes. This guy looks really primitive and really close to what Vegeta looked like when he was transforming. Remember, Vegeta didn't have the mood to transform. He was looking for it everywhere. He thought that maybe they knew that he was going to transform, so they destroyed it just because of him, because he's a little bit of a narcissist, not realizing that Piccolo had destroyed it because of Gohan. And this is also where we discovered that the Saiyans had discovered what actually made them transform, and that was that Xeno energy. So he created a Xeno energy ball, threw it in the sky, that he transformed into this guy, the Great Ape Vegeta. Now it goes without saying, this is a big guy. Stands about 12 inches or so. Box says 3.10 millimeters. I don't want to do the math on that, so I'm gonna Google it real quick. Boom, there it is. Now the shit on this figure is accurate to the anime, to where Vegeta was battle damaged already, which might be an issue using that Scouter Vegeta because it's not damaged. I'm not gonna customize it. Maybe somebody could 3D print one. I don't know. If that exists, let me know in the comments. We get these red eyes that are gonna match that head sculpt that we just put on that Vegeta figure. The body itself has nice sculpting on it. They even sculpted like battle damage all over this figure. The issue I have with it, and probably a lot of people who got this figure, and is a common issue with all SH FIGUARTS figures, is that they don't do any painting and line work on the actual figures. Like with NECA figures, NECA does a great job of doing line work on the body, which actually adds a lot of detail to the toon style. But if you see this comparison with this SH FIGUARTS Leo here, SH FIGUARTS does not do any paint work or line work on their bodies, which is just a bummer. You can see how having line work and paint work actually makes it stand out a lot more. Now these SH FIGUARTS figures are good figures. If you guys would be interested in me reviewing these SH FIGUARTS turtles, let me know in the comments. If there's enough demand for it, I'll do it. They're a little bit old, but they're awesome figures. You have the brown of his skin peeping through right here on his knee, matches the hair on the head right here. So it would have been awesome to see, actually need all these little slits to see the brown slipping through there, but it is what it is. These are actually like on a ball joint, so they slide up a little bit. So the articulation for this guy is pretty good. You can get the arms up pretty high. You do get 90 degrees there in the elbow. The legs also ratchet out, so you get a split with this guy. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty satisfying to hear that click of that ratchet on there. Legs kick back up about that far. Every piece of this joint ratchets and clicks. So you do get a little bit of stability in that tightness that's on there. Surprisingly, you do get a toe hinge here, which is pretty cool. Back of the figure, you get a lot of great detail on here. You got this hinge right here for the tail, which we'll put on here in a second. Got this little separation in the shield, which there you go, he crunches forward just a little bit. You do get a slight side to side hinge on there, but he will bend forward. As far as going back goes, it doesn't go back that far, but you don't really need him to. You can look up about that much and look down about that much. Of course, you can move the body forward to get a little bit more articulation out of him. He has a hinge here on his jaw, so his jaw opens up, and when you move it forward, it kind of closes up the mouth a little bit, but you still got that gap on there, if you can see that right there. Like it shows in the box, you get this extra faceplate of his battle damage face, which you can put on. The mouth comes off there, then you can get the faceplate off. Slide that guy on there, slide that jaw back on there. Now you got that look after Goku blasts him in the face, as Vegeta's pretty much whooping him pretty hard. Get some extra fists here for the figure, some balled up fists, so you can pound down Goku. You also get this pointy figure here, so you can be like, I'm gonna destroy you, or pick his Great Ape nose. I don't want to see what a Great Ape booger looks like. If I was a Great Ape, I would just throw a snot bomb on somebody, have them stick to the ground, and just pound them away. I mean, it's a great move. I don't know. Got another pair of hands we'll look at it in a second, but first let's put on this tail. Slips right in the back right there. So you get a little articulation. You can maneuver it however you want. It's on the hinge there, so you can move it up and down. And you can tuck his tail like a little coward, and whatever that looks like. This figure does stand pretty good on its own, but it does come with this stand, comes with this little extra piece that slides in on the side. I'm not sure what this is for, but I think we'll figure that out as we move along and look at the other accessories that come with this guy. One of those accessories being this pair of fists, which is holding a very, very tiny Goku, which is a pretty iconic scene from the anime. You get pretty good detail on the face of this Goku here. He's screaming in agony and pain. Look at those little boots. Pretty good paintwork and detail on the boots that are on here, which is pretty surprising. And you also get this tiny Yajirobe, which is just a figurine. There's no articulation on this guy or anything, but it's from that awesome scene where Yajirobe comes in and chops off his tail. He slides in to save the day. Nice detail on this figure, line work on here, his tiny little belt. Nice detail on his hair sculpt and his chonies, which if you don't know what chonies are, that's Mexican for underwear. I like the little katanas that Yajirobe has here. There's a little shiny paintwork on here. It's nice golden handles. And he has this little hole on the back, which is probably where this stand comes in. You can place Yajirobe right there. Get this extra tail accessory that comes with the figure. Pop it on the back right there. Now you got this nice little iconic scene of Yajirobe flying through the air, chopping off his tail, saving the day for a second or two at least, and buying some time. It would have been cool if they had an extra little piece so that you could like prop up this tail somewhere. Maybe there's a way you can put something in here to like hold up this tail so it actually looks like the tail's flying off, because otherwise you just have to like put it on the ground. There you go. There's your scene. This guy looks really great, especially with that 2.0 Scouter Vegeta right in front of him. It's a nice little transformation scene you can create. You can create just Yajirobe slashing off his tail. You can create Goku getting the life squeezed out of him. So you have options for your display shelf. You can switch it up from time to time. The only figure missing from this review would be that Kaioken Goku, which if you want to see more review and comparison of the shiny and matte Kaioken Goku figure, you're going to want to click this video right here. What'd you guys think of this Great Ape and all the awesome accessories we took a look at today? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, this is a growing channel. We're trying to grow the community. Make sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, and we'll see you guys next time.